Have you ever found yourself jumping, from one trading strategy to another, chasing that aha moment, but
Yeah.
while still feeling like you're fighting
Oh,
yourself?
absolutely. It's a really common frustration.
It is. And today, we're diving deep into something interesting. What if it's not the strategy itself that's wrong, but maybe it just doesn't fit your personality?
Exactly. That's the core idea we want to explore.
Our mission here is to help you figure out which trading strategy genuinely suits your unique nature, hopefully leading to more consistent results.
Yeah, because becoming a consistent trader, it isn't just about charts and analysis. It really fundamentally starts with self-awareness, knowing yourself.
Makes sense.
Every trader's different, right? Some love fast action, some are more patient, analytical, others think big picture, some need that strict daily discipline. Understanding your own operating system is step one.
Okay, so let's break down the main styles. Generally, trading approaches kind of boil down to four core types. Each needs a different sort of person. First up, the scalper. Think. A super fast thinker, loves action, thrives on tiny short-term market moves. Quick in, quick out.
Right, high frequency almost.
Yeah.
Then you have the swing trader. They tend to be more analytical, patient. They're okay holding trades for, say, several days.
Writing out the smaller bumps.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Waiting for that bigger move to play out over a few days.
Yeah.
Maybe using daily charts.
And then number three, the position trader. These are your, big picture thinkers.
Very long-term oriented, almost like investors in a way.
Yeah, they can ignore the daily market noise, focusing on major trends over weeks, months.
Even longer sometimes, based on macro factors.
And finally, the day trader. This one needs a mix of controlled aggression, plus focus, discipline.
Definitely. They get in and out within the same day. No overnight holds. Strict time frames are key.
Okay, so those are the four types. How do you start figuring out where you fit? Let's do a really quick self-reflective quiz. Just note your answers mentally. Ready? Question 1. You see a sudden, sharp price spike. What's your immediate gut reaction? Is it A, jump right in, gotta be fast?
Or B, hold on, wait for some confirmation first.
Or C, ignore it completely, that's just noise, not your focus?
Or maybe D, watch it for a bit, maybe a few hours, see how it develops, then decide.
So A, B, C, or D? Got one. Okay, question 2. How often do you find yourself checking charts? Is it A, constantly, like every few minutes?
Or B, more like every few hours, checking in periodically.
Or C, once a day, maybe even less? Just looking at the big picture.
Or D, only during specific times you've set aside for trading.
A, B, C, or D again. And last one, question 3. When do you feel most satisfied? Is it A, winning lots of small, quick profits?
B, catching a solid move that lasts maybe 2 or 3 days.
C, riding a really big trend over weeks or months?
Or D, getting your trades done, win or lose, within that strict daily window.
Okay. A, B, C, or D. Got your answers.
Let's see how they map.
All right. So if you found yourself picking mostly A's, you likely have the instincts of a scalper.
Makes sense. Speed, quick wins.
If it was mostly B's, you're probably leaning towards swing trading. Patience, waiting for the setup.
Analytical patience.
Mostly C's. That suggests you're a position trader. Long-term view.
Big picture, ignoring the noise.
And if you picked mostly D's, well, you sound like you're built for day trading. Structure, focus, daily time frame.
And the really crucial thing here, I think, is that none of these is inherently better than the others.
Right. That's key.
The whole point is finding what fits you. Trying to force yourself into a style that doesn't match your nature, well, that's just setting yourself up for frustration.
Exactly. And this is where it gets really interesting, connecting personality to why these styles work for certain people. Take scalpers.
Yeah.
Success there is all about super fast execution, yes, but also incredible emotional control, like ironclad.
Absolutely. Think about it. You're taking lots of small trades. Some will be small losses. You cannot let one loss trigger you into revenge trading or chasing.
So if you're maybe a bit impulsive but can stay hyper-focused on tiny moves and let go of small losses instantly, this might work.
That emotional detachment from small losses is paramount. Otherwise, the psychological pressure is just too much.
Okay, then swing traders. This seems best for people who prefer, analyzing things, being patient. They don't want to be glued to the screen all day.
Right. They wait for their optimal setup, maybe confirming it over a day or two.
Yeah.
The satisfaction comes from planning the trade and seeing it play out over several days.
Their patience lets them ride out those little dips and wiggles.
Without getting spooked, because they're focused on that multi-day move. That's why the analysis and ability to step away are critical.
Got it. Now, position traders, They're like the long-term strategists, right? Looking at big economic shifts.
Yeah, operating almost like investors. Their decisions are based on broad trends, macro factors. Daily volatility is just noise to them.
So you need that ability to filter out the day-to-day stuff and trust your long-term analysis.
Precisely. If you can't disconnect from the intraday swings, you'd find this style agonizing. You need that big picture mindset.
And finally, day traders. Fast execution again, like scalpers, but within a very structured routine approach.
Yes, structure and discipline are non-negotiable here. You need dedicated time, focus, and strict rules for entry, exit, and risk, all within that single day.
Perfect for disciplined, focused people who can carve out that specific time each day.
Exactly. Adhering to that routine and risk parameters is what lets them manage intraday moves effectively and stop small losses becoming big ones.
Wow. So thinking about those descriptions, which type did you identify with most? How can knowing that help your trading journey?
It's incredibly empowering, isn't it? Understanding your natural leanings can really shift things. You stop fighting the market or yourself and start finding that sync.
He feels more natural, less forced.
And this principle, know yourself, trade better, it actually goes way beyond trading.
Yep.
Well, understanding your core personality, your natural inclinations, that can guide you in making better strategic decisions everywhere in life, right? Pursuing paths where you're inherently a good fit. It often leads to more consistency, more fulfillment, not just in markets.
That's a really powerful thought.
It raises a question, doesn't it? In what other areas of your life might understanding your personality better unlock, better outcomes for you?
Definitely something to chew on. Okay, on our next deep dive, we'll get into the top mistakes each of these trader types tends to make, and, crucially, how you can avoid them.
Looking forward to it.
Until then, remember the key takeaway. Know yourself, trade better.